All the Apple Bites. This is your Apple Bite written. Ralph talking to you straight from our show here, Apple Bite. So we take a bite out of the apple and we share it with you. And yes, I've been busy this weekend. I was at New York, Fanfare NYC and MCon. And it was a busy weekend with a lot of beautiful stuff. Folks, if you had a chance, you should hit up both those cons. Fanfare NYC, of course, is from art and design. It's a high school con, which makes it a little different. And of course, MCon is a library con, which makes that a little different. And these types of cons are completely different, and you should check them out, especially when, like MCon, it's free. And with art and design, you're supporting the future of kids. But I had a blast. If you want to go check out all the beautiful interviews that we did, go check out the Instagram. You'll see all the beautiful stuff that happened this weekend because I put it up as it happens when I'm at the convention. And folks, of course, we are here. We are fighting. Russ, I gotta say, we always love when the blitz happens.
Yep. Say that 3 times fast.
I gotta say, it's not as bad as some other things, but I don't think I'm gonna get to 3. Without saying something curse-like. Oh my God! Yeah, folks, you guys may have you. Whoa, can't even talk today. If you guys have been watching, you have seen us talk all about the blitz, and it has been some blitz. You know what? Let's have a little flashback here of what we've seen so far, because it has been some game. And
are you still in it, Rob? What do you got?
Yeah, Lonnie picked Sonic.
Oh, so you just picked, okay. So
me, I tend not to pick. I just go, Lonnie, what do you want? And she goes, I want Sonic. I'm like, okay, let's see what happens.
All right. Yeah, you got
you
Son Goku. Your next one's rough, man. Son Goku versus Cobra Commander. Oh no. I went to bat to Cobra Commander. How to destroy Family Guy, man. Not a Family Guy fan. South Park all over.
Oh, folks, you had to see Tony's memes. They were all over the place.
Yeah, it's always funny.
He took Peter down.
Mm-hmm.
one by 2 votes. So
Yeah.
Oh man, but we've been having fun with this. There you go. That was round 1, and of course Sonic won that one. And of course Raven won this one here. The professor has some good votes, but
Get that straight. It's not the professor. That is right. If the professor was in there, he would have dominated the whole thing.
I agree. No, if Professor CT was in here, he would have won.
I noticed that Chronolith is not in there, so I just want to let you guys know he would have blown everybody away, but that's okay. Just letting it go.
There goes Peter and Cobra Commander, and you guys really had to be there for the meme war. Tony did a fantastic job.
It was a lot of fun. So Rob gave me the ID for the knee because I didn't. I don't watch Family Guy, so it's hard. Even though I don't like it, well, that's why I don't watch it. But I mean, it was pretty hard for me to come up with some Peter jokes. G.I. Joe's easy, yeah.
Oh yeah, G.I. Joe's really easy.
Yeah, there's a lot of that show.
So Russ, you picked this at random, right? The fights were picked at random.
Yeah, the fights are all randomized.
Yeah, so because were you surprised at some of these fights? And I gotta say, some of these fights, I felt kind of unfair.
Unfair? Which ones do you think are unfair?
This one right here.
Oh.
As soon as I saw this, I'm like, bye, Laura.
I thought you had a chance. I thought that was a pretty decent lineup, but
no. You know how many people like that guy? You know how many nerds come out and fight about that guy?
I know. See, I always underestimate anything Dragon Ball Z because I don't watch it. So
there you go.
I think the only thing I did for that was there was like a Bandai Namco discussion on Instagram that had that feature Son Goku out, and I just put a link. Hey, you like Son Goku? Vote here. That
explains why this one got so many votes.
I'm a big film buff, and I like On the Waterfront, and all these fighting movies from the 40s, and all the corruption and the scandal behind it, and I'm starting to sniff something here, Ross, because I'm seeing guys that really should dominate this, and I gotta wonder if there's some underhanded dealings going on. Can you guys throw on that, please?
Well, I'll never tell. I'll never tell.
Kind of weird stuff going on.
This one surprised the hell out of me, but I felt sorry for the monster from Strange. Because I was like, there's no way he's gonna win against Mickey.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how this one was going to go. I was a little surprised, but
yeah,
Mickey's got a following. Mickey's been around.
Mickey has a lot of haters, but he has a big following.
Mickey versus Sonic would be a good one because Sonic is
that'd be great. Yeah,
partially based on Mickey Mouse a little bit because you remember that game Castle of Illusion, like those gems. That's what the Rainbow gems. Sonic just took that and turned it into the Chaos Emeralds, which are big deal. So that'd be a good one.
We will see. We will see.
We'll see exactly.
Oh, it could be a final. It could be a final.
Could be.
That would be amazing.
Of course, there goes Goku. I knew he was going to win. The Mogwai versus dude. I have to say, I actually felt bad for our Ninja Turtle friend here because you know how cute the Mogwai is?
Yeah.
Even Tony said, I don't even have to do anything for this one.
No, I voted Casey Jones, man.
I know, but you were saying that you no matter what you did.
What am I gonna do? Do you know how much hate I'm gonna get?
That's what you're saying. He was gonna start doing memes. It's like, no, Ralph, I'll get too much hate if I go against the Mogwai. Oh my god.
I was to get emails from Luigi fans cursing me out now.
Mogwai. Of course, Mickey won. This was interesting, I have to say. But I got the feeling that you needed another mustache guy. You should have had like Tom Selleck or something.
Yeah. Magnum PI. I don't know if anyone will get that reference.
I don't think he would have gotten any votes, but
I think some of it is it's recentism, man. Like how many times like the season finale was just last week. So season finale. That's the right first time. It was just last week. So yeah.
How was the voting on this one? Because I had a feeling that these guys would come out of the woodworks.
It was pretty good. If I remember, Omni-Man kind of dominated it though.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, if it was Christmas time, it would have went the other way. I think.
All I know is don't bet on me to make a choice because, man, I have no clue. John McClane losing to Omni-Man, I will never know. Let alone Indy losing to Sonic. I don't buy it. I'm smelling something fishy.
Rigged, man. It's rigged.
It's rigged.
And
I got to talk to Wilson Fisk about this one. Something's going on.
I think they're using loaded dice. That's what it is.
Maybe.
See, he's starting to tip his hat. See that?
Now the maybes. There you go.
I'm not hearing denials here. I'm hearing more like confirmation of accusation.
The election was rigged. I won.
Did the Star Warians come out for this one?
This one was very close. So I think he won it. Boba won it at the very end.
Because I had a feeling they were going to come for this because you know how those guys from Star Wars are.
No, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, those guys from Star Wars, they were getting upset because I was calling him the Mandalorian.
Yeah, tell me about it. Give me a break. I voted for Bilbo.
And right away I got, Ralph, that is not the Mandalorian. That is Boba. Get it right. Yes. So I came back on and said, I know it's the Mandalorian guy.
It's not the Mandalorian.
that last show that he had, he said, I don't identify as a Mandalorian. I never call myself a Mandalorian.
Speaking of which, I saw the trailer for Grogu and Mandalorian. What the hell? They're taking his helmet off. What is Disney doing?
Well, that's what they like to do. They like to take the helmet off.
I don't know, man.
That's just really the next season. They're just like throwing it to putting it together as a movie, so they could say, "Hey, look, there's a
Yeah, exactly. That's what it was supposed to be, yeah. So of course, all this blitz stuff is because Russ makes the blip chips, just like this one right here, which is all ready for your appearance at TCG, right?
Yep, yeah, Long Island TCG show.
Dude, I this looks great. You know, all those pokey people are going to be happy.
Yeah, we figure it's the anniversary, right? It's like 30 years or something.
Right.
So Pokeballs seem to make sense. So
Actually, this is like a given. I'm surprised you didn't do it sooner.
well, so honestly, like for the TCG show, I was actually going to do another card because a lot of people have been asking for Yu-Gi-Oh.
Ooh.
And yeah, so I was going to try to get that, but then I realized that this is the anniversary, and I got this, and I got the LI Retro coming up in August, stuff like that. So it just seemed like a better idea to move in this direction, and I'll do Yu-Gi-Oh at a later date.
Well, it makes sense. You know, this is the year. This actually has 3 anniversaries for Pokemon happening at the same time.
3 Pokemon?
Yeah, for Pokemon, it's the 3 anniversaries. It's the 10th anniversary for Pokemon Go. It's the 30th anniversary for Pokemon, and there was something else. I don't remember anymore.
Oh wow!
TV show?
Huh?
Probably a TV show.
Probably something from the TV show.
Yeah.
Oh my god! But this looks fantastic. It actually looks like a Pokeball.
I tried.
I see a lot of Pokeballs being sold.
Yeah.
Like fan made ones. There's golden ones. There's diamond ones. There's all kinds of like.
Oh, well, nice.
That's another thing, Russ. You actually have other options. You can get you can do all 3 balls. You can do the special balls. There's so much you can do with this.
Yeah, they all have like different like color schemes on the outside, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I don't. I'm not sure which are which and what they do. So I stuck with the regular one that I kind of know.
Well, the 3 regular balls, the ones you catch with this is the regular one. Then you got the blue one, which helps you catch a little bit more. Then you got the yellow one, which is the Ultra Ball, which helps you catch even more.
No, it's a Master Ball. Ultra Ball is where you catch.
Oh no, the Master Ball, that's the special ball. Well, in Pokemon Go, it's a whole other thing.
Well, let's go by Pokemon Go. So if you're not going to specify what you're going by, I'm sorry. I mean,
because in Pokemon Go, the Master Ball.
You're freaking telling me that was Mandalorian. It was not. It was Boba Fett. So you can make this stuff up all you want, Rafael. I don't care.
Oh, okay. So the rupee we're looking at right now. Oh my god. I'm enjoying this. And Russ, you do actually do this for people if they want to do something with their character, right?
I do, yes.
Do a little bit of explanation there because we talk about it on the show all the time. But since I have you here, you can actually explain it yourself.
Well, so I do the blip chips, which are the little characters, blip fidgets. Mm-hmm. And if you have a character that you want done, I will design it and I will print them and make them into fidgets. The fidgets are scannable as well, so you can put like a website or Instagram or whatever you like, and you can scan it with your phone and it'll go there.
Love it. I think it's a great idea. I already know a couple people who have hit you up, and I already saw a certain one which looks cute as hell. It was so freaking. You did a great job with it. It was so cute. I'm waiting for him to show it off. And we a couple of us have been talking in the background, and what's going to probably end up happening is we're going to put this into our Kickstarters.
Oh, nice.
Wait, hold on. Vanna White's modeling for us. Hold on.
Oh, well.
Nice.
Oh my god, that one looks so fantastic.
I have to say the quality is phenomenal. You did a great job with this, Russ.
Thank you.
Yep.
I think it's a great job because it's actually swag you can sell, and at the same time, if you do the electronic part of it, it's a way for people to find you and get in touch with you, or find the website or whatever else you want to attach, because they can attach whatever they want as long as they give you the link, right?
Yeah. It's on, URL. I can pop in whatever you want. It can even be. You can even update them. In the future if you ever change your mind or change your website or whatever. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it is possible.
Yeah, I'll have to check whatever your site or stuff for that because
Oh yeah.
I got something coming up soon that might be.
Ooh.
Oh, awesome. Very cool.
One of the things I do like, Russ, is that you're also giving them an original art because you're making them in your style
Yes.
to fit the blip chips. And I think that gives it even more umph.
Yeah, like people seem to be digging this out. I actually kind of like this style because I've been kind of playing around with different things, and I kind of settled on this is the one I'm going to move forward with. I kind of like this style.
Right. I love it too, and I've seen all the blip chips and they're fantastic, and that's why this fight here that we're having is important because we need to know who's gonna win. So now we are at the top 8, and of course we just finished Sonic and Raven, which was I thought that was a tough one because I was rooting for Raven, but my daughter wins, so I had to go for Sonic. And right now we got the fight between Cobra Commander and our beautiful slow motion friend.
Blue, no yellow, blue.
My question is, will this fight take as long as a Dragon Ball Z?
Nah, Cobra will just say, retreat.
So, what do you guys think? Who's gonna win?
Oh, Cobra Commander. Of course, if I said it, forget it.
Uh-oh.
I have no clue. I give up.
Well, I got Son Goku, so I would say Son Goku, but I didn't. This is a hard one.
Tony, you suck. Come on, Cobra Commander.
See, I already know that I'm gonna.
About my love for cartoons and my love for anime. It's like,
I already know, just like Tony, I'm gonna go for Cobra. Well, no, Tony's gonna go for Son Goku.
I gotta go for Son Goku. That's my character. So
exactly, I know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I gotta go for Cobra because Cobra. and again, I just don't like that slow motion battle. Like takes 3 episodes for that punch to hit. I used to like Dragon Ball Z.
You have to read the manga, don't watch the anime. You have to read the manga. The manga had that, well, especially that old anime. It's filler. It's like what they call canon filler. So like there'll be like one scene in the manga where like Tenshinhan like he blasts Cell, right, and that's it. He blasts him. The blast didn't work. In the anime, it's he blasted him over and over and over. Just to fill up time, canon filler. It's what One Piece does that too, canon filler. It does, it's like it's not. It does happen, but they're just making it as long as possible.
These are some epic fights, Rob. Look at this. You got Sonic versus Raven. You got Cobra Commander versus Son Goku, and of course you have Mickey Mouse versus Mogwai. Whoa. I gotta say, and of course, Omni-Man versus the Mandalorian.
You're looking to have somebody.
So your complaints are
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Ralph. You dropped off there for a second. What did you say? You dropped off there for a second. What did you say?
Oh my God. Yeah. So who do you guys think are gonna win on these 2 rounds? Mickey versus Mogwai. Omni-Man versus Boba Fett. Who's gonna win?
Tough.
I'm gonna. Whoever wins is the one I picked. So just,
I think Mickey will take Gizmo and.
I have to agree with you, Tony. I was looking at this going. You have a lot of Mogwai people, but I think you have way more Mickey Mouse people.
Tony, you voting for Mickey Mouse?
I'll have to think about it. I'm probably voting for Mickey Mouse.
Okay, I'll vote for Gizmo then. Good. I can't.
Because I'm lying. No, I don't. I'm probably voting for Mickey. And I think Omni-Man will take it again. Just recent, like I said, the finale was. The season finale was last week. The video game is coming out this Friday.
Yeah,
it's just going to be in everyone's mind. So
We have that whole Mandalorian movie coming up, though. Doesn't that affect this?
It's
because it's the Mandalorian.
Not a Boba Fett movie. Send all your emails to tomorrow.
I gotta say it's the opposite because a lot of people are still upset at the Boba Fett TV show.
Mm.
Yeah,
I guess we'll see what happens.
I didn't like that show. I didn't.
The guy crawled out of a sarlacc. I don't know.
To me, it's like, this because like what happened was, the Mandalorian show originally it was supposed to be a Boba Fett show, but they told him no, you can't use Boba Fett. You have to do Mandalorian. So now he had a chance to do, like you had a chance to do a Boba Fett show. So what do we want? We just want to see a cool bounty hunter running around doing cool bounty hunter stuff. But Jon Favreau was like, no, I did that show already. I'm not gonna do that show again. We just want to see a bounty hunter running around doing cool stuff. We didn't care. So I don't know. Instead of setting him up as like a mafia boss,
So Russ, this weekend is the TCG show?
Yeah, it's this weekend.
It's this weekend, right? For Free Comic Book Day?
For what?
It's this weekend, Free Comic Book Day, right? From the TCG show, right?
Or I don't know about Free Comic Book Day.
Oh no, I know Free Comic Book Day because it's coming right up. But I'm saying, so it's this weekend, right?
Yeah, it's Saturday, Sunday this weekend.
All right. Yeah, so Saturday is actually Free Comic Book Day.
Gotcha.
So it should be an interesting show.
All right, cool.
And of course, in 2 weeks, three weeks, in 3 weeks, you will be at CradleCon for the Cradle Aviation.
Yes.
Yeah, so you are busy, man. You're booked up.
Well, just for this month, and then I got a nice long break.
Yeah, because the next show you got is Retro, right?
Yeah. Right now, I don't have anything scheduled for June or July, which is, I think I'm going to keep it that way. I don't know.
I think it's better that way, because June and July, I die.
Yeah, it's a lot of running around, and it's
oh my god.
And plus, I'm doing the design work for LA Retro, so that takes up a lot of time.
I figured that you do that for most of the Cradle of Aviation shows, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, I do LA Tabletop, LA Retro, and Festival of Games.
Yep. Yeah, so if you see all that beautiful art that happens at those 3 shows, you can thank Russ right there.
I've never done CradleCon. That's one of the few shows I've never done.
Dude, I thought you had done CradleCon before.
No, I was going to do it, but something called the pandemic showed up, and
that pandemic messed up a lot of shit.
Yeah. So I never, and that was what I was set up to do, and then I never got not back. It's sometimes there's a lot of conflict with other shows I do at times,
right?
And so I usually never end up over there. It's just one of those. It's just one of those that not yet, not yet.
So last question here, Russ.
Yeah.
Because you probably know the schedule better than us. So when does the top 4 begin?
The top 4. So okay, yeah, you caught me on this one. I don't know my calendar.
Okay. Because I was trying to do it in my head, but math and me.
Today's Monday, right?
Right.
Okay, so Monday, Wednesday. So Thursday should be the top the semifinals.
So Wednesday top 4 starts. That means that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will be the top 4, right?
Right. So no, we're in top 8 right now. So
only top 4 is only 2 more fights. Okay.
Yeah. So when you get to the top 4, that's only 2 fights. So that's going to be. So we're in round 2 tonight. So round 3 tomorrow. Round 4 Wednesday.
Right.
Then Thursday, I'll turn it around and I'll do the semifinals. Right. There. So that'll be Thursday. Will be round 1. Friday round 2. And then the finals is Saturday.
There you go. Yeah. So, folks, all this will be done by Saturday. And, of course, Wednesday, we'll be talking more about all of this because we love the blips and the, and the fights. And we're talking about this stuff because it's just so interesting. Russ, I always say the same thing. I don't know how you come up with all this art. And I know that's why you don't do this all the time. Because you have to actually create the art for these guys.
Yes, yeah. This was a bit of a struggle, but I got there. That's why I was a little bit late this year on it. But
I think you hit it around the right time, because basketball is just ending now. So yeah,
that works. It works.
It's still madness. It's still March. It's still madness. It's April.
Yeah. Well, no, it's April. It's April. Let's. You don't have to be nice. I pushed it.
I like this. And I have an idea that I'm thinking about, and I'm going to talk to a couple people, and I'm going to come back to you, Russ.
Okay, all right. I am intrigued. Actually, I have an idea that I want to talk to you about,
Ooh.
and I have a funny
Me and
feeling
Russ.
that it might be a similar idea. But
Ooh.
but
Oh, yeah, I think you might be right. So Russ and I are constantly working on collabs, and of course, I got a couple things in the pipe works that I'm about to reveal or reshare because my Dranix is my beautiful art that Russ made, and I want to share that, and I'm going to share the story with it, and I'm actually making up a little post for that.
did we didn't share that, did we?
No, that's why I'm going to share it now because we talked about it, and I did the story, and we just didn't put it all together.
Yeah. We're bad at that, but that's all right.
Like we did a reveal like 2 years ago at indie art show.
Okay.
Yeah, because we had all the prints there, and we revealed them all there, and was like, oh, we're gonna do this in the next year. And then life gets busy.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
But I love working with Russ, so you guys are gonna get a bunch of newest stuff coming right up, and keep your eyes open. And of course, hit up Russ if you want your character to become a blip chip, because he has some great deals. And I gotta say, I end up selling it, or Paul ends up sending it for $10. So that alone tells you that it's a very great thing to do. And again, it's swag and a business card at the same time.
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything. You can even use it as a fridge magnet if you really wanted to.
I have, because I was
You have,
I was
right.
I was playing with them on the show, and people were like, "What's that clicking sound, Ralph?" So I had to put them on the fridge so I don't play with them.
So I can, if you, since we're talking about it, I do have. So I've been trying to do new fidgets for each show. So obviously you saw the Pokeball that I have coming up for the TCG show,
Right.
right? But I got a new one that I did for CradleCon, which I can show you if you like.
Oh yes, reveal. Oh,
Fun.
oh,
Nice.
wow! I feel like he should have been in the fight.
He was in last year's fight.
He wasn't last year's fight. That's right. We were surprised he didn't win.
Yeah,
Link won last year.
yeah, Link one. Yeah,
Oh my god, that's gonna be great.
yeah. So that's upcoming.
These guys are actually big again right now, and people are asking for them to be redone or continued.
Is that the gargoyles, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. I'm sorry to intrude here. Just that, I got a gargoyle print that started and one of the shows this year started going off because of that. People are like,
Yep.
"Oh, it's." So I'm like, finally, it's booming.
Nice. All right. Cool.
Yeah, so there's a lot of buzz around the gargoyles right now because people want them to either redo it or to continue, like they've been doing like with X-Men and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't mess it up.
All right. Cool. I had no idea. That's great.
Yeah, does there have a comic book crossover now with Darkwing Duck? I don't know. Somebody wants that? I don't know, but it's doing well. I guess I don't know. I love Darkwing. I love Gargoyles. I don't really want to see them together.
I gotta say, it kind of makes sense aesthetically, but at the same time, I'm like Darkwing and Gargoyle.
Yeah, I don't.
Because I can see them both on top of the building.
I'm just gonna ask for that shit now in my shows. You were in that
What's
show.
so serious and what's so serious and what's so ridiculous? Because I live again. Let's get dangerous.
I'm thinking Henrique is right. Watch somebody go. You on that show? I heard about the Darkwing and the Gargoyle. Can you do me a one with Darkwing and the?
Yeah,
you know how us geeks are.
This is what's going to happen. Come with me
Nice.
with that, and then I'll have to end up doing it. No, I already got an idea what I was going to do with that, but now I've got the Darkwing in my mind, so it's going to be.
Dude, if you do it, you got to show us if you do it. If you do the Darkwing and the Gargoyle.
Yeah.
So, Enrique, this is a perfect time to pick up with you. Tell the people who you are. Give them the spiel. Let them know what you are up to. Go for it.
I'm just one of these incredible imposters that go on and say that we know what we're doing when we do not. Actually, I do know what I'm doing, and I'm pretty damn good at it. I'm a writer creator, and also illustrated once in a while because I can't get people to do my own work, and so I have to do it myself. So I'll do it at times. But that right now I'm working as the embellisher for Triple Threat Comics. We got Codename Hunter and Soul Eraser on the docket.
Right.
And but coming up on May the 1st, which means it's coming up this week, we are launching Caleb Thurstat. He is launching a project called Strange Stories, Volume 2. If you missed number 1, don't worry, you always can get it on the Kickstarter.
That's true.
You always there's no say. It's not like an issue. You missed issue 1, you can't go with this one. No, there's like a bunch of stories in here. They're all self-contained. It won't be much to your mind, but the most important thing is that there's one of my stories in here. All right, so it's a story that's been percolating in my file cabinet for 3 years because it was going to be part of another project that did not come to fruition, which is sad because the original project was Not So Fair Tales, and it did really well on Kickstarter. It's really well received. It's well liked, but it wasn't from the lack of trying from the editors and stuff and myself and my team.
Well, I'm happy you brought it up because what happens when it comes to these projects when you have a lot of different people participating in it is if all the people don't do their part, sometimes the project kind of falls apart because you're relying on all these people to do what they said they were going to do.
And another thing is that not to go too far into the ancient history of life and stuff, but when the first Not So Fair Tales came out, it was dead center in the pandemic, so people you really didn't have much to do.
Yeah.
So once we got out of that, people started saying, "Oh, I have other life." So it became a little bit harder to get people to sit down and do stuff, because they were like, "I'm free," so they were like out there. So some people were respectful. Half of the project was ready. The other half was not. It was not enough. Had it been maybe 2/3, we might have done the book. But the thing is that they were like, man, I'm just going to produce my story on my own. We'll do an ash can or something like that. So we got canned. So on this project, I actually hired a buddy of mine to help, Ben Worrell. And we didn't want to put it out there because when you do a Kickstarter, you got a guaranteed backing. Once it's backed, 100 people, 50 people, 1,000 people are going to have it.
Yeah.
When you produce it yourself, you do like 20 copies. Will it get produced? Will people take it? Will they want to? So it's kind of different. So just to put it out there and have it die, we were like, well, just let it die and keep it here until the right time.
Exactly.
And the right time came up now when Caleb came up to me. He says, I would like for you to write something. I go like, well, what's it about? Oh, it's got strange stories. Can it be only horror or can it be sci-fi? Well, why? Because guess what? Story, 10 pages, already done. All of it. It's done. It's colored. All it needs is to be lettered. And goes like, this is black and white. I hate you. But so that we did. The fact was that when I colored it, I was trying out a new idea for the story.
Right.
And then for this particular story, I felt that dual tone was going to be really interesting.
Right.
And wanted to also, because I know everybody else for Not So Fair Tales is going to use full color, I wanted something to break, make it different from everybody else a little bit. Enough like, why is this one this way?
Right.
And so I showed it to the guys at that time, and they loved it. They were like, oh, man, I like that idea. This is really good. So it was actual dual tone. So it was actually really simple for me to go from dual tone to grays and just flip it a little bit. And then, so we went straight in. And I told him, look, it's not the size you want. Oh, we'll make it fit. I said, okay. So he lettered it for me, and it's in there for the first time. So that's just one, I believe, of 13 tales in there, I think it is. And so you're going to get a nice bang for your buck.
I like the covers. Great.
Yeah, there's some really nice covers in there. You got 3, and so yeah, if you want, you can show 1 or 2 of those pages I did.
Oh, sure. Hold on a second. Remove this. Bring this up. There we go.
That's the start of the story. That man. This is one of the things when I write straight up without worrying about the artist. To say it's no, I'm not going to worry about that. Then when I start writing to send it to somebody, and I usually discuss it with them. How do you want it done? Do you want me to go page 1, panel 1, panel 2, or do you want me to say, here it is, go with it? And most of the guys will say, give it to me and let me go with it.
Right.
But I will still sit down and know there are 10 pages. I want to try to see if it actually fits. So I will do my own little layouts. And to his credit, Ben did keep himself really close to my layouts, but he did improve a few good pages. And one of them is actually, I think, is in here. That's why I wanted to bring it in and show it later. This one, that middle panel where you see those footprints is actually my homage to the Apollo 11.
I was thinking that when I looked at it. Yeah,
it's from that very famous picture. And I said, I need something as a reference of stepping into sandy stuff. And I go, well, what's more reference than that? And I went with that. And that's the reference there. Ben is really good at doing sci-fi with me. We have done the Ahsoka print that I have is with him. The Old Man Luke is with him.
Nice.
Really good at getting the lightsabers and all that kind of look down. So when it came time for a sci-fi guy, I said, you're it. Okay. So he really helped with the suits and getting that nice clean look that I wanted. Little details you'll pick up on their suits will be an impact later. But yeah, that's just the start of the story. And then you got, I think, I gave you the second page.
There you go.
Yeah, this is also one of my designs. But then if I wanted to try to put a lot of action in one page, and he was able to really figure it out and give it a nice flow. Because I wanted to establish the characters in a very impactful way, really nice. But at the same time, not have to do spreadsheet and put a lot, because this is a lot of stuff going on. And when I want to give it 10 pages. This could have easily been longer, longer. But the fact that it was able to be done in this way is a testament to Ben's really sitting down and working with it.
I gotta say, I like the it's not your usual panel type of work.
No.
But sci-fi works well with this type of stuff, and this looks really good.
It's really solid. I think at the time when I did the inking on this, I was really, really happy with it. I did some embellishments later with digital. All the obviously all the colors and stuff. All the panel work I do it with with Photoshop and making sure all the lines are straight and stuff. If I can show it here. Pull that down a second. This is how it was supposed to look.
There you go. Oh, wow.
I love the colors. Those are great.
Yeah, I like the colors. I think the color actually adds to it. Yeah.
That I wanted to give that. So that's why it was a shame that we couldn't pull it off when I did the story back then, because that was the whole idea. See,
it's definitely a duotone effect, Kiki. It's really cool.
Yeah.
See, that's how that middle panel will come out. And then, of course, you see you can't really tell. Let me see if you can see a little bit when the sand coming up with the orange and stuff on the other side over here.
No,
so,
it's great.
Yeah, so it was one of those things I go like, well, there's always, I own the rights to it. So it's like eventually I might produce it in its final form. And then on the other page that I wanted to show is where Ben really, really pulled off a great. This one originally, I had it like with 3 stacks of lines down and certain things happening within those barriers, and he came up with these 10 panel page. I'm like, dude, seriously. But it's if you can pull it up, the little details you can start seeing on it, and it's one of those things that trying to get these characters to produce, because they're both doing different things at the same time. She's doing one thing on the left side, he's doing another thing on the right side to try to get himself out of there. And it's just one of those really, really when you think about it, you're like, well, I didn't think it would look this good, and it came out again. It's really, it would have been probably a lot easier to do this in more pages, but I think a lot of the effect.
I think it works because it kind of like makes you focus in on this.
It's to be honest, this isn't. It's not. I'm giving much away from what I'm saying. This basically the third page, which I didn't show because it's very boring. It's not boring. It's the setup for all this stuff, and it's really another sprint. But basically, there's this tremor, and he falls into this hole. Is why the story is called The Chasm.
Right.
And it's all. The only thing is like normally, what's the big deal? Well, his oxygen's running out. It's falling off, and it is seeping out. So there's a time factor. The fact that we have all these panels in this way gives that urgency. It shows you that it is hectic. It is not something we're just sitting around. Oh, let's wonder. This is Star Trek. No, buddy. This is like we're going down the Road Warrior and it ain't happening. And it's happening quick. So it's like this is really, I think it gave a really quick pace to it.
I did.
Get to the end, there's a lot more breathing at the end, though it's really hectic at the end. This originally, the concept was for Not So Fairy Tales 2 was going to be using like parables or stuff. So mine was going to be was based on the story of the crow in the pitcher.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
And
I know that one.
The picture was he wanted to get water from a pitcher.
Yep.
And his beak couldn't reach the water. So he goes and starts putting pebbles in to raise the water level to get out and get to the water. So that pretty much says this is what we're going to do. So it follows along that line. So it's so I took it from something very simple and I went to science fiction. And so it was a lot of fun to do, and I'm really pumped that it's going to be out there. I thought it was Ben's great. He did a great job. And I always felt it's bad that we never got it to show. Though it was on my website, my portfolio for a while, showing some of the people, but with no text. Now I have the lettering, and it still worked well. I mean, even if without the lettering, it was a really interesting story. And I always do that. I always like to read my book. Anything I write and produce, the writing part of it, it has to work without dialogue. You may not get the gist of it. You may not get the details about it, but people can say, "Oh, wait, this person has a problem with this person, and this thing is going on. This and this is how." And if you can come up with something pretty close, I'm going, "Okay, it works. It works."
I gotta say, I think you sold it really well. And see, but now I want to know what the color page looks like.
Well, that one. Let me see. I might have that one here. Let me see. Yeah, because that's the thing. I did a test to show it how it would work, and I was like, so right now, if anybody, I'm going to have these pages available. The originals now are I'm going to have them out for people to purchase at a show I'm going to talk about soon, and then.
I had a feeling because I was looking at it and I'm like, oh, the color was add so much to it. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that's great. And they're really good. Again, even when I look at this, I go like, it's been 3 years, so I'm looking at some of the stuff. I go like, oh, really? I did that? Well, maybe I can fix it. And the problem was I couldn't fix it because, unfortunately, I had locked in the artwork, and you usually keep an unlocked format before I do a final coloring.
Right.
And unfortunately, all the original inks and artwork and everything where all the panels were all locked. They were fine, and I'm like, oh no! So that to put anything new, I would have to re-ink it and redo everything inside. I go, no. That would be for the
a lot of work. That is a lot of work.
Edition in 2028. When we do a redo in on that, but so yeah. So
I brought that all up because I think again it's one of those things where people go, oh, it's simple. You just blah 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 blah. I'm like, no, you don't just blah 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 blah.
I wish it was that simple. Press the little magic button. And it's unfortunately not. And when I did it, I was like, damn, I really want to, because I wanted to fix 2 or 3 things. So it was like this one panel where her leg kind of looks weird. I'm like, did I forget to put the date on that? Or it's like, so I was able to fix one or two things, but once those grays were on, it's really hard to go in there and fix because it will just mess everything up. Oh, that's my latest print. I'm working on.
Woo! Look at that.
Sick.
That's pretty.
That's I'm used. The colorist who works with me is David de la Cal. He's a Spaniard,
That's some great colors. Yeah.
and he's been doing all my colors for most of my prints, almost all my prints, unless I color them myself. Usually, it's him. So he's been working with me from 2017, and unfortunately, he's busy because he's the colorist for this company called Mattel. Maybe you've heard of it. So they're happening to be doing some things for a movie that's coming out. And he needed to do the coloring on some packaging and things, so I can't tell too much. But yeah, he's the guy doing the all the Mattel stuff. So he graciously did this one on a rush for me. This one, and there's the other one. You should have to spawn in there.
Yeah, hold on.
That one also came in just yesterday.
Oh,
Oh, nice.
And it's like I say, I know my inks came out good. This is those two are done by this Brazilian artist called Marcio Abreu. He is a master. He is incredibly gifted and incredible, but he's even a better human. He is such a nice guy. He and I have a nice little relationship, and we can work stuff out. And David's just great with the colors, man. He just blew this out of the water.
I wanted to say the colors really add to this. Woof.
Yeah, I love it.
I can see the inks on the money, but the color really adds to it.
No, this was like a nice piece, and I mean, I've done a sketch cover. Actually, I don't have it to do it. I did it. I just replicated it in my style, and doesn't even come close to what this guy between those colors. No, I don't have it here. But those colors and stuff. Yeah, that one came out nice, and oh yeah, and also like my little buddy here. You know,
Hold on, I'll show you.
I'm gonna be plugging because what? Oh yeah,
Yeah, definitely. We love this print. Hold on.
yeah, and the reason I'm going to put that, I'm going to redo this one a bit, not redo it, but this is the double spread one, which is because originally when Zach Dolan did this work, he was on the right-handed side because people were playing Link with the Switch.
Right.
And then he was a righty in the game, basically, because but all gamers who know he knows he's a lefty.
Yeah.
So I had to do the lefty side. So I always put it. Now I'm usually every time I reprint, I usually try to reprint this way, so people can have both in one shot. But when I'm going to probably be doing this one. I'm going to put a little something in the middle to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the first Zelda game.
Oh my god!
This year, and the printer I use has decided that hey, I could do some foiling. So we got a lot of stuff to work on this puppy. So it's going to have some embossing, and not embossing, but it's going to have some shimmer.
Right.
So it's going to be a very special edition. It's going to be much more pricey, but I'll have it available for hope. My hope is to have it available for starting at Heroes.
Right.
And right after that one.
Yeah, that's right there around the corner. Okay.
Yeah. But this guy could give it to me in 2 weeks, he tells me. I go, okay,
oh,
but I got
cool. Okay.
But I got to
worry.
I'm worried because I don't want I got to send the order in with the other prints so I can get all the shipping in one shot. Because this one has unlike other prints I do with the guy, this one has a minimum. And it's going to be a pricey one. So that's why I have to raise the price of it. But it's going to have a lot of nice things on it. You know, it's going to be worth it. Once people start looking at it, it's going to look like a very thin, metal look, and it's going to have some nice stuff with that. And so hopefully that'll be something. But should have it ready for Heroes. And right after that, I've got Garden State and Terrificon and all the other stuff coming in. So for the big shows, it should be available.
Look, speak of the devil.
It's nice.
That's the one that started selling recently because everybody was like with the gargoyle.
That's a good one, man.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was again also colored by David. So it's like if every once in a while he'll come out like even the Spawn one still has the same kind of elements, so you can see the coloring scheme he likes to use.
Yeah.
But every once in a while he'll come up with a few ones. I have a one that I have for the Hulk that was totally off the wall. I mean,
Right.
like, where did this one come up? Oh, I'm just testing stuff out. Well, let's keep testing, because it was really one of those totally different color schemes. I go like, that's really cool. And some people might give it a more cartoony look and more like, but he still gives it the flair and the life that I like, because it contrasts a lot of the other prints you see other people do, and
I
that's why I
agree.
like about working with him.
It still has a cartoon feel to it, but it feels more epic.
Yeah, and he's currently doing 2 other prints for me. He's working on one that he showed me the flats today, and we had to get into a discussion because I can say what it is because it's not a problem. It's Batman and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, I love that.
Okay, so you got all 5 characters, and the discussion was of the color of all the different turtles. And well, it's green. Well, not all the time. And the problem is there's so much out there on the Ninja Turtles that it's not really consistent. You go with this, you watch this series, read that book, you look at that movie or that stuff. It's like, which one is canon? And so it's like, let's try to play with a little bit of everything. so we're trying to we figured it out, and he's getting that one done. And then the other one is in the style of this artist here, which is Koku.
Right.
It's going to be Gambit and Rogue. Okay.
Oh, that's Gambit and Rogue. That's always a good one.
And, that one is one that one I did those inks years ago, and I never got around to working on it. And I thought, you know what? Let's give it a shot. Let's give this one a shot. See what Dave could come up with, and so that one's there. So I'll have these 4 new ones, and whatever I do with Link, and I'm gonna have one from my daughter's Mouse House also, which is the watercolor. We'll have that, and because don't forget, the studio is not only me; it's 2 people now. My daughter's also part of the studio.
Yeah, I like the fact that you brought your family into this, and your daughter's amazing. So
she's already getting pushy. We need a cleaner. We have to invest in a scanner. Oh, great! You're a partner now. That means you're going to help with the investment.
I was about to say that. It was like, so you're a partner now. So where's that partner money?
No, man, I'm actually her agent. I'm actually for anything dealing with commission work and regular stuff. I'm her agent,
right?
But she's because she's working. Her goal is to eventually do more of children's book kind of stuff. Which I told her, you got the studio, I can work that out somehow. And I have offered her already to produce. I'll say I'll pay for the publishing. I'll do it. So let's get it going.
Yeah.
So you'll have to do it under my imprint and stuff. So
that way you get done.
And by that, I'm just letting you know a little something that once the Kickstarter for Codename Hunters comes up, which we didn't talk about, but here is a page. Here are pages of Codename Hunter. The 4th issue is finally up. I had so much fun doing the ships, man.
Oh, it's a good book.
And I told them
they're great guys too.
Look at that! Look at that detail!
Oh my God!
Dude. My hands.
Yeah, I've known them for years now. Yeah.
No, I like this page. This is one of my favorite pages. It came out so nice. It's very clean, but you see him getting on the ship out of this little mini ship. I love the fact that I was there. This is when I was really feeling it, and I go like, oh, we're almost done here. And then a lot of look at that armor. It's like I told him, is he gonna wear the armor next issue? Yes. Damn you! Actually, he sent me pages, and I'm looking at him. I say, bro, do me one favor. Do not fill it in anymore. It gets harder for me. The blue line, because when I do the blue line, it just gets like a bluish. Right. And then leave it clear. I could come in later and just put all the details I want, and I'll do it because I can just do it in color. No, not once I've done it this way. You don't want to go back. So, so hopefully with that one we'll end with So the whole idea is to have issue 4 and 5 ready by June, and then we launch it hopefully right after that. Now there will be a Kickstarter, and in that Kickstarter there will be a stretch goal.
Yep.
And in that stretch goal is very important. Important for me, important for you. Why is it important? Because for the very first time, Codename Hunter will be crossing over with a character that is not part of his universe.
Ooh.
It'll be the launch pad of my comic line eventually. And this is one of my characters I created in the 80s. And finally, it's going to show up for real in a book. And I'm so pumped that it's going to be the official crossover of our two lines. And the thing is that I told them, like, I was writing the book, I was writing the story, and I said, I don't want to have like that cliche, the multiverses are colliding. Oh, it was like the warp, there's some kind of wormhole. No, I did not like that. And I said, I can't figure out how to put these two characters in the same place until I did. And now we're going to reveal it here. But the thing is that when I spoke to Ian about it, and I said, do you agree with this? He was like, bro, I don't know how you did it, but I love it. And I said, write the whole thing. No, you got to write a third at least. And go like, okay, but you write it, all of it, and then I'll adapt the middle part. So I'm doing the first act and the third act are mine. My writing's full, and he's going to write the second act, which concentrates on Codename Hunter.
Right.
But the other day I decided I want one particular guy to illustrate this. Now, the guy I would have liked to have illustrated this is no longer with us. It's Carlos Esquerra from 2080. All right. So he did a lot of those works back then. And I thought, he's not around with her, so he's not a choice. So I said, who can be a second interesting choice? So I spoke with a gentleman, lives here in New York, and he agreed. He agreed to do it. And when I told Ian, guess who I got? He said, well, Acts 1 and 2 is going to be illustrated by. He was like, what? And so he's like, and I was like, yeah. So all I can say that he's a marvelous individual.
Marvelous.
All right, marvelous individual, and I'm so happy to have him on. And the only reason I'm not rushing is because he's actually busy. So he said, I can't touch it until like June. Perfect. We're good. Like, I still got to write it. Still I'm writing it. But now that I have him, I can put some more details in there that I know that he can pull off, and then he'll be able to do it. So, and I'll reveal I have inked him, okay, and for some stuff over there, not professionally, but for things we've done together. So that may give a clue. But it's one of those things that I'm really, really, really happy that he wanted to do it. We've spoken for years to do something together, and it's like to have him on this could be great. So I can say that in June, watch my website. Things will be announced there, and this will be the first flyer of that. I have a whole bunch of stuff that I could talk about, which I can't, but eventually we will. And I know, Ralph, you'll be probably one of the first podcasts I'll be hanging around with.
I was going to say, yeah, you're just bringing on the show.
Bring it up here, we'll talk about it. But yeah, it's coming up. It's coming up. It's something it's something that's been percolating for a while. And the thing is, the way I do things, the way I like to work it, I don't like to say, here's this, and then spend 3 years of silence. Yeah. I like to say, here's this, and here's this.
Yeah, exactly.
And have stuff ready. I don't want to be another image at the beginning. That they announce all their stuff and it was like bam, bam. Oh, what? Wow. Oh, wait, and we like forever.
Like 30 years.
Image is a great company, and stuff like that. But at the beginning, they were terrible.
Having an image at the very beginning was like McFarlane tells a story that's like like when you created a comic book form, it's not like Marvel DC. You owned everything. So basically, like you give an artist a check for like a crazy amount, $500,000 for like one issue. It's like, wow, I got this much money for this one issue. I don't have to work anymore. What's this? Whatever. And then Come a year later, the IRS knocks on the door. They spent all that money, so then they're over hurrying up to make issue 2. So yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
But it's nature, sometimes things happen and they they overpromised, but at the end of the day, they delivered. They actually ended up delivering. But when I'm like I said, I want to avoid some of those pitfalls, also for my not overselling it myself. And I have a whole idea of how I want to do this. I want to be totally different from what I see. I don't like the idea of doing a Kickstarter issue number 1 and then having to wait maybe months if they're lucky, a year, 2 years for issue number 2, because like it or not, the public we have are used to every month going to their shop and getting a title, getting the next chapter and getting other stuff. So what is the solution for that? And hopefully it's what I'm coming up with. And hopefully if I can pull it off the way I want, I think what I want to do is that I would love to go back to what I used to have in the 70s and part of the 80s, is that you went to your pharmacy, you went to your newspaper stand, picked up a comic, you read it from cover to cover, and you got the full gist of what you want. That's the story. There it is. We're done. And next issue came out. I didn't see it. I may even pick up on another issue. Boom. It wasn't until much later that we started with all the. Yes, there always were some stuff that carried over, but you could almost always get a good story just once. And that's what I liked when Michael Fleischer would write Jonah Hex. Jonah Hex at the beginning was one of my favorite books because you got that one story. It was always, yes, there were still things going up in the background, but you always had that one story. And you knew what you were getting. So you pick up a Jonah, you knew you were getting that. I also liked the Mike Grell with Warlord. Yes, there was a storyline with the demos and all the other color stuff, but you could go to that story and go, okay, you're not a big jump of understanding what's going on in the next issue. So
well, it followed the TV series of the 60s, like Batman. It was an episode. They were episode comics. Yeah. Every comic was one episode.
Yep.
Gary basically told the story within a half hour, but the comic book you told in a comic.
It's because like everybody's writing for trade paperbacks now. It's a thing. They don't care.
You're absolutely right.
If they're doing Snow White, the first issue could just be the evil queen saying, "Ooh, I hate Snow White." Go get the next issue because they're not doing it for you. They're doing it for the trade paperback.
Yeah. And sometimes when you read some of the more recent stuff, there's so much pages of what is this adding to the story? It's so much fill. That it's just to fill in that issue because they need to make the page number for the trade paperback later. And and some of the stuff is good. I mean, I've read some stuff and you go like, man, that's really well written stuff. And other times I'm like, really? It's like, really? This is why they hate us. that's why they go to manga. We got to stop this. But again, a lot of this is because of the economics of this stuff, the ownership of this stuff. You just saw Disney gutting Marvel's production and stuff.
I can't imagine. I mean, and they're using AI to steal all the artwork. I mean, I don't think I'll ever see another Disney film again. I really won't.
It's just the way
it goes against everything I stand for. And Walt is rolling over in his grave right now. He really is.
It's true. And it's unfortunate that everything we as artists and writers and creators and just creative people have been saying about AI, it's like, hey, why are you surprised now? It's what it is. And someone, oh man, I lost my job. Told ya. It's like it's the reality, and once you start all this data centers to try to occupy that, and let's not even talk about the environmental issues and the resources issues, and just that it's just gonna be, I'm still waiting for Skynet.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's funny. Now they're going to have crap art. They're going to have crap art with crap stories. So it'll just go a whole bunch of crap. That's all it's going to be. Because they couldn't get the stories right. At least they had the artwork done right. But now, forget it.
Agree with that. Yeah. Not to be a downer guy. Let's There's a big Kickstarter coming out on May 1st. This is really good story. Really good stories, man. They're strange. There's strange tales there, strange stories. So it's volume 2. Please come and check it out. And if anybody out there is watching and is interested in asking me to join part of your team, you can go to my website, artbykikastudios.com. It's brand new. So if you see some kind of mistake somewhere, don't take it personally. I mess up too. So I'm trying to fix all the holes every once in a while I see. But you can always recruit me from there, or you want to commission at a show. It's the best place to find me. And a lot of good stuff in there on that website. Finally putting it up there. Every day I add something new. I got a blog going on there. You may want a free blog, man, free blog. So hey, there's that handsome thing. There you go.
Yeah, my computer decided that it didn't want to do anything. There it is. I got it up.
This is not the original. When I launched it, was not this. Did not look like this. And it was like I'm looking at it from a user point of view, and I want to say, what do I want people to look at? Well, I want up there to see the featured artists. I want it to be, yes, there it is. Conventions and podcasts, there it is. And right next to it, commission requests. There it is. Those are the top 3. Everything else you can check on the more, and then you can say, oh, okay, this is what else is there. And there's a lot of stuff. And so you go over there more, you can go click on more. Click on more. Don't go to commission requests. See, look at all the nice little information there. You got pricing, you get to see all the other good stuff, my writing stuff, the show. It goes down there. There's a lot of who I've worked for, publishing stuff.
You got all the information.
I mean, if you say, I don't know about you, really? So right now I'm filling in my part because my daughter doesn't have yet the background yet. So she's gaining on that. She's trying to get that. But she's working on a little project we hope to have out soon. And she created a little fairy character, which is really, really cute. But again, she works in traditional methods. So she does a lot of watercolor work and stuff. And so it takes time, so it's all original paintings.
I like the original stuff. I like all the watercolor stuff. I feel like we're walking too far away from it.
Yeah. Click on that middle one where conventions and podcasts is.
All right, hold on a second.
Get to work, man. Work here. There you go. Okay, you want to click on that thing there? Well, look at that Apple What's podcast right there.
So he's on the show on April 27th called Apple Bites. I don't know.
Look what it says there.
That goes to Triple Threat podcast.
Yeah, I'm going to be in Triple Threat. Then I hit Phillipsburg. Then I'm on the IndieCon. Oh, look at that. Look, Indie Kayak. See, there's an IMO. There's a typo.
I thought it was a cool name, the Indie Kayak.
It's a new show. It's a brand new one.
I think somebody should call it that now.
Really, no, I'm going to be confused with them. But that one down there, that one, the Graphics Con, I want to talk a little bit about that one. That one, I'm very, very proud that I got chosen to be. I'm a special guest, but not only myself, my daughter is included in that group. It is a show in New York City. It's in the Midtown Hilton, I believe it is.
Right.
And it's only original art. So you won't see my prints there, but you'll see my original stuff. So I'm taking all my original work with me and my sketch colors, all the stuff is going to be at that show. My daughter was bringing all her paintings.
Nice.
Traditional work, her ink work, her art, her acrylics and everything. So that's going to be an interesting show for the first time we're going to be there. So I'm really pumped for that. So I wanted to do a shout out for them. And then I'm obviously Phillipsburg, which is the first show in May. That's a fun show I always do. I'm very happy to be part of that. It's a high school show, and the kids put it on for us, and it's a lot of fun. So yeah, those are little happy people. Those little, oh, look at that. That's me with George Perez.
Oh my God. Whew, George. I miss George.
Yeah. But yeah, so this is a little website. You go in there, you can see all my schedule is going to be in there. You can request commission, you can request freelance work. You can see all the history of my works in the past and stuff are there. You get some info there. It's like, see, like the other day, somebody was asking me, what should I write? And then I fixed it in there and see, you can see all, see, I was just there. You see, you can do Batman. You click on that, you can go on the Batman one. If you click on it, it pops up. I think it does.
My computer allows me to click on it.
Oh, maybe no, maybe that one doesn't. Maybe it shows up later in the other ones.
Okay.
Hey, really quick, I gotta cut out. So I'll see
Oh,
you
no
guys.
problem.
I'll probably see you at Royals Collectibles for Free Comic Day. So
Oh, that's right. You're going with us to Royal Collectibles for free comic.
yeah.
All right,
Even
cool.
if
There you hear it. Find Roman Tony, Royal Collectibles. Of
I
course,
gotta break.
he's gonna make a bunch of little memes about who's gonna win. Go check him out.
DK is always a pleasure, man. Your stuff looks great, man. You know, Russ. You know, Son Goku. If all good. All right, take care.
Yeah, but I got to tell you, so I've been playing with that sucker ever because the funny thing, I had that website purchased, the domain purchase
Right.
for about 2 years. And I'd never done anything with it. And I sat down this year, we're doing something with it. And now I'm like, it's like my wife says, you're like a kid on crack, man. You're always working on it now. It's like, well, I'm always finding mistakes. And like now I saw that one there. Oh, damn it, I gotta fix that one. But that wasn't because I rushed today to put that one in there when I got confirmed that chat. But so yeah, it's a nice little thing now that it gives a little bit more aura to the studio, which I like. And now sitting down, and I look at it makes me look back and go like, hey, I've done a few things here and there,
Yeah.
and some is
Been
actually
around for a while, brother.
I'm actually good.
It bugs me out when I start to like put things together, how long it's been, because to me still 2018 was like a couple years ago, and then you start to realize that it's almost 10 years ago.
That it's like what popped up on my social media Facebook thingy that says in the past, and I was like, that was 7 years ago. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
see,
I'm
that's
like,
exactly what's been happening to me.
oh, God. And it's like I'm looking back and I'm like today when I was going through to setting up here, what convention, like I wanted to put a history of my conventions, of what conventions have been down. And I ran in looking through my stuff, and I ran into the last program for oh, I know what that is. My computer's saying I need juice. And yeah, because it's there it is. And East Coast Comic Con.
Yeah, I was actually just talking about East Coast Comic Con with Francis Stefano, and that show's been gone now.
Yeah, that was the last time. The last time they were there was when George was there. That picture of George, that was the last time. And it was one of those shows that, I mean, hats off to Dave and his crew. They've done a great job with Garden State to really occupy that space.
Yeah,
that was East Coast. But East Coast was the bomb, man. They were the show of this area.
They were the big show.
Mm-hmm. They were the big one. And I remember when I did Contropolis, which was done by the same people who did Rhode Island. They did it in the old East, in that expo center.
Yeah.
In the same spot where
I attended that one.
And
it was okay. It wasn't great.
No, it wasn't a great show. I did it more for the bay and back at the old site. But the magic was gone. It was not the same. It's not the same thing.
They really focused on the voice actors and the media artists. I mean, there was several independent artists there. I mean, a few people that grown relationships with, but really not as big as Garden State. So
no, and I mean now they have these guys from Super Jersey are trying, and other
trying,
and it's just so rough, man. It's like when you look at that. What is it? It's like Heroes has been around for 40 plus years, and you got now Cincinnati's back this year. Cincinnati Comic Expo is back to the original convention center, and I'll be back there this year. But yeah, there's a lot of shows have been on and off, and to be able to be consistent is hard, man. And
it definitely is.
So I mean, you look at what those guys have done with Garden State. It's like. And
they've gotten consistent. They've branched it out.
And
now they have multiple shows. Yeah.
Another show who's doing 25 years. I never realized how many years they've been around. 25 years. The Lehigh Valley, man. Lehigh Valley has been around for 20.
I think that's because you just go, oh, it's Lehigh Valley, you know.
Wow.
They have been around for a long time.
Yeah, it's 20. I didn't realize that. I'm going, wow.
Yeah.
I only been doing it for 5. It's like, so I'm like, I never knew. No. So it's fascinating, man. It's really, so when it was going down that list, I was like, wow, this show's no longer around. That one's not too good, which is actually so. It's always a few that I go like, even there's some big shows I don't do, and I'm not going to say it here because this is being recorded. So
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
some shows that don't like to say. Anyway, we'll move
That's
on.
how it is, though. There's shows we do, there's shows we don't. Some shows fit us, some shows don't. You know, as a person who goes to shows or does shows, you know, it's one of the things you got to figure out, because not every show is for everybody. You know.
And I've learned that one year I did 34, and I learned that half of them weren't worth it. You know, and I mean, my worst year, there was a few years, I think 2 years ago, I only did 5. That's when I was talking about. I went through that really tough period. And then last year I did a few more. Now this year I'm probably going to end up doing about 14 or 15, which is still.
That's a pretty good number. You picked it up, yeah.
It's an average of 1 a month and on 1+, and it doesn't include June, which I had Lehigh follow, which is in Pennsylvania for 2 days. I go from there to North Carolina, do Heroes. From there, I go to Europe for a little show, and then I come back for Garden State. It's like,
yeah, and it's all coming. That's what I was just saying earlier that I don't like June and July.
Well, but then July, I'm off. I'm not doing anything. I have nothing. Not for the lack of trying, man. I've been trying to get into a few shows, but they're not contacting me.
I gotta say that July's become like, July used to be the hot month for cons, right? And then all of a sudden, everybody decided they don't want to do a show in July, so now they do one in June
and August.
And you sit there going, why are you guys all in these 2 months? Go to July.
It's a big summer month. It's a summer.
I know.
I know.
Yeah, but there are a few shows.
Guys, I gotta actually take off. So
one more time, Russ. Tell the people where they can find you and all the good stuff. Go for it.
So best place is probably Instagram at Game of Tunes. The Blip Blitz is going on right now. You can go vote for round 2, and that's
Russ,
it.
tell them how exactly they can vote, because I know sometimes people go, wait, how do you vote?
Okay, so you vote in the stories. To get to the stories, you're going to click on my profile icon, and then it'll bring up my stories, and then you just click that little poll on the bottom, who you want to choose, and it'll register.
There you have it, folks. Go check it out. Have some fun with us, because we're going to be fighting each other to see who wins. And of course, we'll bring Russ back on, and we'll see him again soon. Very soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have fun this weekend. Of course, you're going to be at a TCG show, LITCG, this weekend.
Yes.
At the Coliseum, right?
That's the Coliseum, yep.
There you go. See?
Wait, I'm already following you.
There you go. Yeah. And Keegan, now you can vote.
Yeah, I can vote. That's awesome.
Go ahead, Russ. Get out of here. Get some sleep. Right. We'll talk soon.
Good seeing you guys. Have a good night.
Russ.
All right, later.
All right, folks. Paul, why don't you tell people what you do? Our beautiful guest host there. Go for it.
Thanks, Rafael. So, yeah, we have our launching soon page up on Kickstarter for our episode 2 comic. I necessitated reasons to animate the series for the game, and so using the animations, actually creating a comic book out of that. So pretty excited about that. The comic is near finished. We're actually going to be offering a preview issue that's going to be available at Garden State Comic Fest, but it's also going to go out to anyone that follows the campaign at Kickstarter start. So I'll be sending out a digital copy of that. It's going to be 12 pages, essentially the first 12 pages of the current book, and then it includes a really cool cover.
Oh, it does, because I saw the cover. I got a sneak peek, folks.
And are you going to post it, or should I post it?
That's a great cover. I love it.
You want me to do it, or are you going to do it?
Oh, do you want to show it? Okay, I'll show it.
I got to show it off. I'm gonna post it on the page soon. So, yeah, I've added to the page as well, so we can look at that in a minute. But yeah, show off the cover. Let's do it.
Did you send it to me?
I did, but I'll post
Oh
it.
yeah, you sent it to me in chat. So just share your screen.
All right, give me one sec. I gotta open it up.
No, Fred, don't worry about it. Talk, because we know we love time and forces here, folks. Go do right now. We always tell you guys the same thing. Go follow these projects because the more followers the project has, the better it is because it starts them off in a better place in the algorithm. As you guys saw with Kike, his project is almost to 100. You want to get these people to 100 because it's a good thing. It looks like Kike's project now, Strange Stories, is at 96 followers. So thank you for that new follower for Kike.
Oh, yeah, I guess somebody else just did it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
under 96.
There you go. Paul did it.
Well, thank you, man.
You're welcome. Anytime. Yeah, so
There we go. Oh my God, look at that beautiful cover.
here's the cover. So yeah, it's I was looking at Action Comics #1. I said, what can I steal from this to make it look kind of like 1930s? And so I didn't have the big band at the top where it says Action Comics, but I kind of got close and was having some fun with it. So issue 2 is going to focus on 4 new team members, and these are 2 of the 4 new team members. We got Nico Time and Togo, and we're going to be doing a dungeon crawl in the comic. I'll be running into some obstacles in form of puzzles, so to speak. So there's going to be puzzle action that the readers can do to get through it. And it's all about, making learning history fun. And so with this dungeon crawl, we got this relationship between Nick and Togo, and I kind of relate it as a relationship between Johnny Storm and Ben Grimm in the Fantastic Four. So I'm going to have some fun with this. I'm really looking forward to getting this next issue out. This preview edition will be for sale at Garden State Comic Fest, where we're going to be attending and exhibiting. And it's only $3, and it's 12 pages, so it should be really good.
That's pretty good. So $3, 12 pages, and you say you're going to have a dungeon crawl inside of it?
Yeah, Dungeon Crawl's not in the preview, but the Dungeon Crawl will be in the big book. Yeah, so it's more things to come. All right. Like me, I offer a lot of stuff for free, and with this Kickstarter, we'll be having stretch goals. We'll be doing a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, I've contracted with Russ at Game of Tunes for a new Blip Chip figure, so that'll probably be part of the Kickstarter as well. And so I think this is going to be, very interesting in terms of the reaction I get. I think, we're currently right now, this project started as a video game. I was a big video game fanatic, and there is a digital copy, digital comic for the first episode. And that'll be included. If you get this book, you'll get the digital comic as well for episode 1. But
that's an incentive right there.
Yeah, just the way I look at it is I really want to turn people on to this, and it's also going to help build out the whole education platform. I mean, right now we have a platform set up for 5th to 10th graders. It has state-aligned, mandated curriculum. It's all set. It's just a matter of building content out, and this is all going to be part and parcel of building that content out. Making it interesting for kids who want to learn more about history and do it in a fun way. But also with a serious aspect as well. It's really meant to get kids back to the basics of doing journaling, collaborating with one another on a project, and actually doing presentations together. And really the whole part and parcel is to get kids interested in learning. And so it's really the whole premise for what we're doing here. Everything is building on top of it. After the comic book, I'll be following very quickly with a tabletop game.
Yes.
I went to Long Island Tabletop and saw, some really great stuff. And I really thought, well, I could do this too. I mean, I have all the pieces in place. It's just a matter of, creating a game engine for it. And Ralph can testify I had it done in a week. So I don't want to dismiss, these complicated game engines, but this is really a really simple game that you can set up, you can play very quickly, and then it goes along, pretty smoothly. So I'm pretty excited about that too. But it's all, again, tied to learning about history. And do it in a way where the kids have fun, or whoever's playing. Adults can play this too. It's really, I was going through the questions. Some of these are tough, so it's really fun.
Oh, that's the whole fun thing about it. I know a lot of people out there like Trivial Pursuit and stuff like that, or just learning about history or having fun with history. And I feel like you do a great job at helping people out with that, Paul.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. It should be a lot of fun. And like I said, I'm up to 40 followers already on the Kickstarter. It's only been about a week and a half, so keep pushing, DMing people to join. So I can hit that 100. I'll be happy, and then I can start really focusing on getting the next stage done. The Kickstarter is going to be featuring variant cover artists. We got a couple of names that I had met over the course of the past couple of years, and I'm signing them up to do variant covers. So I'm really hoping that'll help spur some interest in this as well. And again, it's fascinating to me that there's such a large creative community. I'm trying to involve as many people as I can with this. We'll be offering a hardcover edition in addition to just the regular comic book.
Right.
Thank you, Kiki. Appreciate it, man. Shipped to 41 now. We're going there.
All right.
Now, the hardcover edition is going to feature a lot of the commissions that I got from people over the past 2 years. So I have all this great artwork that I haven't been able to feature on my social media channel. And it'll be featuring the individual pieces of art by the artists along with their bios. I really want to promote who these people are, if they're open to having their picture provided as well. Just have it, try and get a name for them through this. So I really am trying to get recognition for all these creative talents and what they're doing. It's really important, I feel. So
I agree. We've gotten to that point now where we need to help out each other and make this thing rise. We just can't let this stuff fail because comics are an important thing. All this stuff is important things: video games, comics, history.
Yeah, no, I mean it's amazing. I have had numerous discussions with educators as well as administrators, and they just see a need for this. I mean, the big thing now is AI, and AI in this classroom is one thing, but now they're finding out the kids are having too much screen time. And it's just like, what better way to get away from the screen than actually read a book or actually talk with one another and collaborate on ideas, and talk about a discourse between what some people think about certain things. It's okay to disagree with one another. Just, discuss it civilly and then, support your arguments. And that's really what, debate's all about. And that's really kind of what I'm trying to do with this. Bringing back to basics and then getting kids really be able to talk with one another without chopping each other's head off, which is, I think, important. So,
Chop, chop.
Yeah, definitely. Chop, chop.
Folks, check it out. Time and Forces. Of course, this will be live at Garden State Comic Fest, which is only like a month away.
Stop it. It's 2 months away. Don't kill me. God, I'm trying to get it printed in time. Now it's like a month away. No, it's end of April. It's at the end of June. That sounds like 2 months to me.
But you know what? You know what they say? It's gonna be May.
Well, I've got the issue's pretty much done, so I just have to do a promotion piece in the back cover. The inside back cover is going to be a promotion for the Kickstarter. The back cover is going to be more or less an overview of what Time of First is about and get people interested in it. So, but the artwork is done. I got the first 12 pages all banged out. Looks really hot, and I got a cool quote from George Orwell in it. So it's really fun. It's really
love it. Keep up the good work.
Yeah.
And Yummy says, plus we need more Detective Ralph.
Oh, he will be in the video game. Don't worry, Yummy. He will be there because he is, whether he likes it or not, he is now Nico time, and it's just the way it is. My wife said, well, he's so professional. How do we get him so cheap? I said, I don't know.
I love talking au noir. All right, Kiki, one more time. Where can we find you? All the good stuff. Go for it.
Well, once again, the easiest way now is actually to head over to the website, which is artbykikastudios.com. And obviously, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, Kara, Mastodon. I don't know what the hell I'm doing anymore. It's all in there. It's all in there. You can, if you go all the way down to the bottom of one of those pages, let's go all the way down. There's actually all the, I think, oh yeah, it keeps adding stuff.
Yeah. Instagram is a mess because I'll keep showing you all the stuff you've done.
Yeah, but it's like at the end of, I think are you on the web page or on Instagram?
Oh no, this is the Instagram.
No.
Hold on, I'll switch it over because you said Instagram.
Everything's under Art by Kika Studios. It's very simple. You know, one place you get everything, but you go to the end of the on the bottom. There they are. See, Facebook. Little tags are there. Facebook and Instagram. You go either one of those. It goes right to my websites, right to the social media. So there really is no excuse. Oh, but look at that. Those are my daughters there. Check out that one in the corner right there. That one right there.
All right, let me get rid of this. Hold on. There we go.
That one.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't know if you can click on that one. It pulls up or not. Maybe not.
No, it's not pulling up when I click.
No, I probably because it has to go to each page. I gotta set her up.
All right.
Yeah, but that is like she's competing with that one. That's a full pure oil piece, and she's in a competition.
Nice.
You can make actually 15 grand if she wins. So she's like, I don't think I can bring it to the show to sell.
That's funny. Yummy puts your website in the thing because she goes, since Ralph is being lazy. So she put it into the comment section.
There you go. Appreciate it. But let me go in here. I want to see. So I'm going to open here later. This is always interesting because I thought that would pop up. Let me see. Maybe. No, it's actually in this page it does not. Good to know.
You probably just need to put it so it does.
No, because if you go, like, for example, if you go into Inkworks, go into that section that says Inkworks on top. Go to Inkworks there. Yeah, click on any of them.
Oh, there you go. This works. There we go. Badass.
See, that's the thing. It's interesting that on the feature page it doesn't do that. I got to remember that.
Yep.
It's interesting. All right. But there you can see all of them. All the pieces are you expand and they'll see them there.
There you have it, folks. Look at that. Look at all this beautiful stuff.
That's the inks for the Predator one you were seeing right now. And obviously it has more later if you keep going. And that's one of the Ben Worrell pieces with me. So, no, it's like I like the way the web page is working, and I could do. It's got a nice. It's not for a lack of content. Definitely, there's a lot of stuff here. So,
there's a lot of stuff here. Yeah, you can keep yourself busy here for a while.
Yeah,
a lot of good stuff too.
Well, I'm going to be doing something, especially for the smaller shows. The other day, I was rummaging through like all my files and stuff because I'm starting to do. I'm falling into this as I get older. I'm exploring to become a minimalist now. I want to try to reduce all the clutter, and it's hard to do that as an artist because we have all this stuff all around us all the time.
Yeah, I wish you luck because I know I try all the time as a writer, and it's difficult just to get rid of half the writing pads I have.
No, but the thing is that I ran into all these old inks and stuff that I did from 2017, 2018, 19 that I do not look at anymore. And I'm like, no, because I'm beyond that skill level already. But I'm thinking, they're like 9 by 12 or some of them. And there are some actually 11 by 17. I'm thinking maybe I could take them to the smaller shows, $20 artwork.
That's a good idea, actually.
And it's not going to be my best work, but it's still an original piece.
Yeah,
and then maybe 40 for
people buy it just for that, because it's an original piece. It's actually a cheap price because usually you can't get original pieces for that low.
I got original pages from Buffy, the Vampire Slayer comic book. Mm-hmm. The artist was selling them for $25 at one time because they probably already got paid. It's like Buffy doesn't.
Also, it was a different time back then. It's not like what it is now, where oh my God, look, it's a book, and then people pay $2,000 for it, and you're like, what the?
I got Stanley's signature on my Spideys, like going back in 1996, 97. He's just sitting there signing, and didn't charge anything.
Yeah,
it's like now you get a signature. I was $50. I said, "Are you crazy? Just to sign my book, $50? Come on."
Well, there's certain artists that I will not name.
Yummy says, I really appreciate you having a very easy to find and understand commission price list.
Whoa, thank you very much. It wasn't that way a week ago. No, again, it is. I like when people give me feedback. I beg it because I'm a marketing guy. That's my background. So I tell people, go to my website, tell me what you like or you don't like. And they're like, hey, everything's great. What don't you like? No, everything's great. You're lying. So, but then it's like, somebody was asking me the other day, they went into the website and then they send me a comment saying, I would like to request a commission from you. What do I need to do? I'm like, well, you got at least 2 maybe, but then I guess it wasn't explaining it well. So then I created it in a way that you go directly to a request. If you want to just talk to me, you can go to contact me. If you want to request, now you go to that page that says one.
You made it easier. Yeah. I gotta say,
you want to. First,
we deal with a lot of artists and commissions, and most of the times you sit there going,
no, I put there what for whom you want it for, what exactly do you want. I put be specific. It matters. You know,
it does
do whatever you want. Then you can't complain. You know, then don't give me anything later. You know, I like it when people are very specific. It's like, I don't know, somebody's going to mention me Darkwing and Goliath real soon, I imagine. So I'm going to.
Oh, definitely. You know what's going to happen? I'm like, I want to see Goliath with Darkwing. Come on.
Well, I could put Goliath in the Darkwing uniform.
Oh, that'd be interesting. I don't think anybody can see that coming.
Oh, shit. Let me write that down. That's the next one.
Okay. Yeah, folks. Now you're gonna
have a matchup. Let me see if I have them here. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. I may have one of them here.
Now you're gonna get it, folks.
Oh yeah, I did this one. Yeah, that was let me pull it back.
I remember this one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
pretty cool. That's what you usually have at your table, right?
Yep.
That's hysterical. I love it.
The way I promote it is that the motor mouth and the mouth that won't stop. You know, because because you got C-3PO who won't stop talking and motor mouth. So that one always works. Okay, this is my version of the Predator, which I like how it came out.
Nice.
And this one is still available, oddly enough.
I gotta say, I figured that one would have gone a while ago.
Well, I know, but I'll tell you, some of these are repeats.
Okay, there you go. So, folks, get them before they run out.
I mean, I'll make new ones. It's like that Bugs Bunny one is the second time because it went so fast. I'm like, I gotta do it again.
It makes sense, though. At least you can do that,
And the Spawn one that was a layout that Christian Espiritu Santo. You know him?
Oh yeah, I like Christian Espiritu Santo. Yeah.
So he did that.
I like saying his name.
Huh?
I like saying his name. Christian Espiritu Santo.
Yeah, that was better. I don't know why he went to the E. But anyway, so who's
your favorite Marvel character?
What?
Who's your favorite Marvel character?
Is that for me?
Yeah.
I haven't thought in a while. If it were to be the easiest answer would probably be Spider-Man. It's always been the one that I will gravitate to.
Yeah, my answer is Spider-Man with the big eyes. Has to be Spider-Man with the big eyes, with the expressive eyes.
Yeah, with the big eyes. Yeah, I'm more the Spider-Man from the Rosendale side time. That was in the Romita. But
yeah, if you could say Spider-Man, it's John Romita. He's the best drawer of Spider-Man ever. That one cover of Spidey on the wall and his head's looking up in the spotlight with the cops in front.
Oh yeah.
Hands down, best comic ever of Spidey. It's great.
But yeah, it's tough.
Peter Parker Spider-Man.
Remember a comic? So Peter Parker Spider-Man, yeah. Because now you got to be more specific. It could be the Miles one.
Yeah, it's different Spider-Man. So the Miguel one, the Miles one.
It's the Noir, and
Ben Reilly.
For me, the characters I gravitated mostly when I started reading this stuff in the 70s, and it was mostly under the covers because my parents did not want me to read the bad English. And because at that time, comics are bad English. They don't go read some Shakespeare. Oh yeah, that helps. But
I found that comics sometimes have better vocabulary than some of the books I was reading.
Yeah, sometimes they did. No, but one of my favorite, I enjoyed a lot in the 70s. Obviously, the Dead Man with Adams. Very, very partial to Jonah Hex. It's still one of my, and for me, I can't draw him well enough to justify doing anything with him. For me, it was one of those iconic characters that I just can't to get it done. I mean, yes, Palmiotti and Sale did a version later that was more horror and kind of stuff like that. But I always found the original stuff. There's a story that was one of the stories of the year that Michael Fletcher did of Jonah Hex that I don't remember the title of it right now, but it always stayed with me. And I believe it was the real basis for the movie Pale Rider, because in that story, Jonah Hex finds the body of a preacher before he reaches town that was murdered. And in his attempt to find out who murdered him, he dresses up as the preacher.
I remember the story. Yeah.
And he goes into town to find out who was. And when he extracts the vengeance on it, he then goes back and buries him with the collar and everything, and for the preacher. So I always felt that story was like the beginning of Pale Rider, when Clint Eastwood comes into town and he's a preacher as well, and kind of stuff like that. So it's like I felt there was some of that in there, and so yeah, it's like I enjoyed so much of that stuff back then. And obviously the Legion of Superheroes, I was a super huge fan of Mike Grell, and loved when he was doing with that and back then, and obviously when he did the Warlord and all the good stuff that in Wolf's Finest and stuff like that. So
she says she's a firm believer encouraging people to read anything, be it comics, manga, magazines, heck, read the back of a cereal box. I agree. If you need to, I just wish they'd encourage more reading. I completely agree.
I'll admit I don't read as much comics as I used to. I don't. My excuse is basically I don't want to read anything that will find itself into my subconscious and something I'm going to write. And then all of a sudden someone says, "Oh, you did that. You took my idea." I said, like,
yeah, well, you know how it is. All right, folks. I hope you enjoyed the beautiful show, and Kike and Tony and Russ and Paul all hanging with us. I know we're a bit over, but we've been geeking out. And you know what happens when we geek out on this show? Of course, on this show, when it ends, this happens.